Yeah. Yeah, man, I do it for the fam. Trying to put food on my table, going ham. PYT says she knows who I am.
Hey guys, what is going on? This is Mike or Geekermon, and welcome back to another Destiny video, Destiny in the background video. And so today, Haley and I are going to be answering some of you guys' Q&A questions. You guys asked me a whole bunch of questions, so I think we're going to go through some of them and try to answer them for you guys. It should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right, question 1. What was your first exotic weapon in Destiny? My first exotic weapon in Destiny was the Icebreaker. I got it from a Nightfall strike about a month into playing Destiny. So I bought Destiny during the beta and played it, and then right when it launched, went to the midnight release, all hyped about it, played it for one night, and then I got about 3 tests back the next day, and they were horrible. So I had to take about a month off from the game and get my grades back up in college.
He packed his whole Xbox away for like a couple months.
It was a long semester for me. But after I got my grades back up, then I hopped back on, and my brother and I did the Nightfall and got Icebreaker. So, long story short, that's how I got my first exotic weapon.
What is your favorite exotic in the game?
Favorite exotic in Destiny is between 2 and 3. 3. I'm gonna try to rank them. The 3 are Suros Regime, NLB, and Queenbreaker's Bow.
R.I.P. NLB.
It's too soon!
I'm sorry.
I would say my favorite is probably NLB, second Queenbreakers, third Suros. That's my ranking for my favorite exotics.
How much does YouTube mean to you?
Way too much. This is me every morning. Let's check the comments. People always ask, do you read all of your YouTube comments?
He does.
Yes.
And
I can't
sometimes
answer all of
me
them,
too.
but I do read them. Sometimes I read them and I'm like, the nerve of these people. But sometimes you guys are super nice, so kind
And
of
a lot of times you're not. So stop.
She just knows because I get mad. I'm like, look what this person said. I worked so hard on that video.
What is your favorite weapon in Destiny and class?
That's a tough one. My favorite class is probably Arcblade or Sunsinger, but both of them have been nerfed so hard that I don't play them as much anymore. So I might have to go Golden Gun for my most current favorite. And then favorite weapons, it's probably one of those 3 that I mentioned. Those are my favorites to use by far. Legendary wise, maybe the longbow or the 1,000-yard stare. I'm a big sniper. Bungie keeps nerfing me, but they can't stop it. I'm still gonna snipe, so.
What's your favorite thing to do with her?
With her?
Her?
Is that you, I guess?
I don't know. It's a little vague.
Skip. That is a little vague.
Okay.
We watch a lot of Netflix together, a lot of TV shows. Right now we're currently watching The Office, Friends, Game of Thrones, and anything else?
How I Met Your Mother and New Girl.
Yeah,
a little
we're
bit.
watching like 5 shows right now. Haley
But-
cooks dinner, and then
Yeah.
we sit on the couch and watch while we eat.
We do fun stuff too on the weekends, but you know,
We have date nights on the weekends.
we like to travel.
That's when you see my videos are uploaded super late. That's when there's a date night.
Yeah.
We do like to travel. We travel quite a bit. We try to do something fun once a month, but March, nothing in March. Too busy.
March is struggling. Do you plan on having kids?
I would say yes.
Yes.
Haley's a little excited about it. Not yet,
Yeah.
but
We're
in the
kids.
next couple years, for sure, I would say we'll have probably a couple. I would say my guess is 2, but
Yeah.
how accurate is that?
When, why, and how did you decide to start a YouTube channel? And why the name Geekermon?
Okay, so the name Geekermon comes from my dad. So back in like the 90s, he made his email address was Geekermon at like AOL or so whatever
Whatever it was
back in
then.
back in the day. And of course, once he started working full time, he didn't really use that email anymore because it's not super professional. So as a kid, I was like, I'll take it. So that became my email. And then I moved over to Gmail and I had Geekermon at Gmail. And
Don't email us spam.
that's not my email anymore. Clearly, you can't just tell people, oh yeah, email me. It's Geekermon at Gmail. They just look at you like, what? So, not my email anymore. But at that time, I made my Xbox Live account. And of course, I did not want any numbers or any spaces, symbols, anything crazy in my name. I wanted one of those cool, like one-word gamer tags. So, Geekermon was available. And it's been my gamer tag since 2007, I think.
The when, why, / how did you start or decide your YouTube channel?
So I've tried a couple times to have a YouTube channel. I started it in high school, maybe, and posted a couple Black Ops 2 videos. Didn't really gain much traction. I got to probably 150, 200 subs right in there. And then I gave up because the key thing with any successful channel, and I think any YouTuber will tell you this, is consistency. If you don't post consistently, you'll lose your audience. And if you don't interact with them, it's big to comment back, to listen to what they're talking about, to make content that they want to see.
Find them on Instagram.
Yeah, things like that, to really be involved. And that takes a lot of work. So I spend a lot of my day reading you guys' YouTube comments and figuring out what my next video is going to be based on that. And so I started in high school, gave up, went to college, had to take a break from Xbox in college and get my grades back up. But once they were, I tried again with Black Ops. No. What game was out then? Black Ops 2, I think. I want to say freshman year of college was Black Ops 2. And so it must have been an older one when I was in high school. But yeah, so with Black Ops 2, I tried. I even streamed for a while in my dorm. And that took off. I got maybe 1,000 subs in college right in there. But again, it became overwhelming because I set this goal where I'm like, all right, I'm going to post every day. And so then I would come home from class tired and have to study and wouldn't be able to post. And then I'd miss 4 days. And then 2 weeks would pass and I would post one video. I'd binge and post like 6 videos and then post nothing for a month. And it didn't grow that way at all.
Honestly, his college was harder than his current job. So.
I think that's one of the questions is where did you go to college? So I went to Georgia Tech. We live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I went to Georgia Tech, and it's a pretty tough engineering school. So I tried to start it while I was trying to maintain my classwork, and it just became too overwhelming.
No.
I couldn't do it. So
passing classes, making videos.
Hey, I got the degree, so we're good. So once I started working, things kind of became more routine, working every day. Didn't have to do stuff when I got off at 5 and came home. And Haley, since she teaches and coached volleyball last fall, spent a lot of time at practices and wouldn't come home until, later in the evening. So I took that time to start trying again, a third and final time, to start a YouTube channel. And thanks to Haley, a lot of support from her, I haven't posted every day, but I've maintained a pretty consistent upload schedule, and I think that's probably a lot of the reason for the growth of the channel is you guys, of course, have been super supportive, but just being able to take what you guys want and what I hear from you guys and make videos on it has, it's gotten easier every time. I used to get super stressed that I couldn't think of anything to do a video on. Now I just play and I'm like, all right, well, if they want to watch it, they can watch it. So it allows for more content, which I think is good. And it seems like you guys are enjoying it. So a lot of rambling, but third time I finally committed to it. I started with once a week and then I've slowly progressed up to where now hopefully I can continue to do daily videos for you guys.
Yo, what's your fave color?
Fave color. My favorite color is blue, by far. It's like half my wardrobe. My controller is blue.
If he's not wearing gray or white,
I'm wearing blue.
He's wearing blue.
All shades. I'm a huge fan. So that's my favorite color. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is pink, But I pretty
Figured.
much only ever wear black, white, and gray.
It's true.
I keep it neutral.
We're pretty neutral. We don't wear a lot of bright colors.
Minimalism, you
Makes
know?
me look like a ghost. So
Was Mrs. Geekermon always okay with you playing video games? I want to hear your thoughts on this before I answer this question.
really, I would say mostly. I would say it's important to balance. So I can't come home and spend 7 hours playing. That's not acceptable. Usually I come home from work, Haley finishes dinner, we hang out, watch some TV, talk, and in the evening, once Haley gets a little tired or goes to sleep, that's when I get a lot of my work done. So I would say there's been a couple times where she's been like, are you ever coming to bed, or are you just going to keep working on that forever? But for the most part, I think she's been super supportive of it. She's played with me. You guys have seen the Haley Plays videos. So I would say it helps that I'm doing it kind of not as a job, but a paid hobby.
It's
so
his hobby.
It's almost a job. But that helps when a paycheck comes back. It's a little easier for her to be like, all right, go play with your friends.
Oh.
So why don't you go?
Well, Mike and I started dating in college, and for the most part, it was fine with me because we just kind of understood, like, okay, so we were somewhat long distance. I went to school about an hour.
2 hours.
Maybe like an hour and 20 minutes away from him.
Like forever.
And so we would just talk a lot on the phone and all of that, during the week. So he had time to play when I wasn't around, and that was fine. I mean, in my mind, watching Netflix is no more productive than playing Xbox or whatever on Steam, and so who am I to say, like, you're wasting your time because I'm over here binge watching Gossip Girl or whatever it was that week. And so, like, if I called him and he was playing, I would say, okay, well, call me back when you're done, and he would. Or sometimes he would say, okay, guys, well, I got to talk to Haley, haven't seen her, need to whatever, and he would respect.
Mute button comes in clutch.
Yeah. So it's all about balancing the time. And so as long as the balance is okay and he's spending time with me, talking to me or whatever, it's never been a problem. And honestly, a lot of the games like Skyrim especially, or now that I know the game better, at this point it's been years, even Destiny, it's actually pretty fun to watch him play every now and then, and I can hang out with him that way. But yeah, no, I've never really had a big problem with him playing, I don't think, because you're always so sweet about also paying attention to me. So I'm not like sitting over here like, oh my gosh, does he forget that I'm here? Or so, yeah.
So there you go. Goals right there.